What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing week 15 predictions for this NFL season, so let's get into it. Last week we went 10-3. Hopefully this week we can maybe do better. Not likely, but maybe. So Thursday Night Football, we have Rams versus 49ers. I will be taking the Los Angeles Rams to win this game, because my logic is that if the Rams can beat the Bills, they can for sure beat the 49ers. Next, though, we do have the Dolphins versus the Texans. I will be taking the Houston Texans to win this game, because the Dolphins are terrible on the road, while the Texans, they have been shining at home, and this is a Texans home game. And on top of that, I do think they just are the better team, and if you're the better team, you should be winning the game, hypothetically. Next, we got Panthers versus Cowboys. The way the Cowboys have been playing recently compared to the way that the Panthers have been playing recently, there's just too much of a gap, right? The Panthers are clearly the better team right now, and that's why I will pick them. Next, we have the Jets versus Jaguars. I will be taking the Jacksonville Jaguars in this game. The Jets have only won one game since week 4, and that's a really embarrassing stat line. I think they're in shambles right now, and I think the Jaguars are going to take full advantage of that. Next, we have Bengals versus Titans. I will be taking the Bengals in this game. Their offense has been unstoppable recently, and I expect that to continue in this game against a weak Titans team. Next, we have Ravens versus Giants. Does this need question at all? It's got to be the Baltimore Ravens. They're just a much better team. Next, we have Chiefs versus Browns. Same thing. They're miles better. The Browns, they're like 3-10. They stand no chance against the one-loss Chiefs. Next, we have the Commanders versus the Saints. I will be taking the Washington Commanders, because, come on, that's just the logical answer. They're 8-5. While the Saints are 5-8. Although the Saints are hosting it, though, I don't see it resulting in too much of an effect, and that's why I'm going to take the Commanders, because they're a much better team. Next, we have the Steelers versus Eagles, the Battle of Pennsylvania. I will be taking the Philadelphia Eagles. Ever since week 5, this team has been going on a roll recently. They have won 9 in a row, and I expect that to continue against the Pittsburgh Steelers, although this will be a close game because the Steelers are also a top-tier team. But next, we have the Buccaneers versus Chargers. I will be taking the Chargers in this game because they have the #1 ranked defense in the league, and I expect their defense to absolutely lock up the Tampa Bay Buccaneers offense, even though that they're like unstoppable with Mike Evans. It just makes sense, alright? If you've ever watched the Chargers this season, they have actually been really good this year, and that's mainly because of their stacked defense. Next, though, we do have what seems like the game of the week, Bills versus Lions. This could even be a Super Bowl preview right here, but I will be taking the Detroit Lions to win this game. #1, they are at home, which definitely plays an advantage. #2, just similar to the Philadelphia Eagles, they're on a roll recently, winning 11 in a row, and I just don't see the Bills having an answer to this Lions team. If they didn't beat the Rams, I don't think they'll beat the Lions. Let's just say that. Next, though, we do have the Colts versus Broncos. I will be taking the Broncos to win this game because by far, the Colts QB situation is horrendous. And if you don't have a good quarterback, you can't win football games. That's why I'm going to take the Broncos. Next, though, we do have the Patriots versus the Cardinals. I will be taking the Arizona Cardinals because their team has been performing a lot better than the Patriots, and I expect that to continue. It's just a no-brainer. Next, though, for Sunday Night Football, we have the Packers versus Seahawks. I'll be taking the Green Bay Packers in this game because I expect their offense to absolutely run through the Seahawks defense. And yeah, I just think that's going to be the summary. But now for Monday Night Football, we have 2 games actually. Number 1 being the Vikings vs. Bears. I will be taking the Minnesota Vikings to win this game. The Bears have basically been eliminated from the playoffs. They have nothing to play for. They should probably just tank for the draft. Well, the Vikings, they're still fighting with the Lions to win the division actually. And that's why I think they're going to win this game. But now we have Falcons versus Raiders. I will be taking the Atlanta Falcons in this game, but I'm not too sure about it because they have lost, like 4 in a row? But the Raiders have lost 9 in a row. So I just think both these teams are doing terrible as of recently, but I just think the Raiders are doing just slightly worse. But that's all for now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider subscribing. Have a great week.